Good evening, my friend. Come a little closer. The fire is warm tonight. You do not need to be strong for the next few minutes. Let the weight of the day rest beside you. It does not have to disappear before you are allowed to breathe. Take one slow breath in. Let it leave without hurry. Tonight, I want to tell you about Elijah, a faithful prophet who once reached the end of his strength. He had spoken with courage, yet, after the noise was over, fear found him, and exhaustion followed close behind. He walked into the wilderness, believing he had nothing left to give. But God did not meet his exhaustion with a lecture. Before direction came, there was shade and sleep. Before another task was placed in Elijah's hands, he was given food, water, and gentle care. Elijah had just come through a great and public victory on Mount Carmel. The people had seen fire fall, and for a moment it seemed that every doubt would be settled. Then a threat came from Queen Jezebel. The brave prophet ran. He traveled south until the familiar roads gave way to wilderness. At last, he left his servant behind and walked alone for another day beneath the hard sun. There, Elijah found a broom tree, small against the wide desert. He sat beneath its thin shadow and spoke from a place of complete weariness. He did not sound heroic. He did not arrange his pain into beautiful words. He simply admitted that he had reached his limit. Then Elijah lay down and slept. The desert did not change while he rested. His questions were still unanswered. His future was still hidden. Yet sleep was not a failure of faith. It was the first kindness he received. Under that quiet tree, God allowed Elijah to stop. After a while, an angel touched Elijah and said, "Gently, get up and eat." Near his head was warm bread baked over hot stones and a jar of water. There was no rebuke beside the meal, no demand that he explain himself, no reminder of yesterday's victory, only bread, water, and the invitation to receive what his tired body needed. Elijah ate and drank. Then he lay down again. The angel returned a second time and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." The journey really was too much for Elijah in that moment. God did not deny the wait. He provided strength for the next part. With that food, Elijah traveled toward Horeb, the mountain of God, until he found shelter in a cave. There came a powerful wind, breaking rocks against the mountain. Then an earthquake, then fire. But the Lord was not in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. After them came a low, gentle whisper. Elijah covered his face and stepped toward the entrance. The quiet voice reminded him that he was still known and not as alone as he believed. The stillness, Elijah was given direction. Another prophet named Elisha would walk beside him. But notice the order of the story. God did not begin with the assignment. He began beneath the broom tree. He began with sleep. He began with a warm meal and cool water. He began by acknowledging that the journey was too much for one exhausted person to carry alone. Only after Elijah had rested and eaten did the road open again. The prophet who heard God in a gentle whisper was not less faithful. The hidden moment beneath the tree mattered too. Elijah's life continued with purpose, but not because he forced himself forward without pause. He continued because care met him at the edge of his strength. The desert became the place where Elijah learned that weakness did not remove him from God's attention. Perhaps you know something about reaching the end of your strength. Maybe you have carried worry, cared for people, and tried to remain steady while your own heart grew tired. Exhaustion is not a moral failure. You do not have to solve your whole life tonight. You may need something simpler first. A glass of water, a quiet room, a slower breath, the permission to stop answering every demand. Rest does not mean the journey has ended. It means you are receiving care for the next part. Let tonight be your broom tree, a small place of shade beneath a wide and demanding sky. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to receive kindness before clarity. You are allowed to sleep before you understand what comes next. The quiet is not empty. The gentle voice has not forgotten your name. Tonight, you may rest before you understand. Now the fire has settled low, and the night has grown still. May the God who met Elijah beneath the broom tree meet you with the care you need. May your body release the work it has carried. May your breathing grow soft, and may your home become a place of peace. May you remember that needing rest does not make you faithless. If the road ahead feels long, may you receive strength for only the next step. If answers remain distant, may kindness stay near. Let tomorrow's questions remain with tomorrow. You do not have to carry the whole journey through the night. Sleep well, my friend. Tomorrow is already in God's hands. Good night.